Good evening, everyone. Now, tonight, look, I didn't have a toy of this kind of animal, but I do have a onesie. So what kind of animal do you think I'm dressed up as tonight? What do you think? Well, it is a request that I've had from Thomas and Oliver Robertson, and it's for this book called Giraffes Can't Dance by Giles Andre and Guy Parker Rees. And it's a great book and a really good story with a really good message in it too. So I'm going to get comfortable now that I've shown you my onesie, and I'm going to read this story and hope that you're all comfortable too and ready to settle down after another day of learning. I hope you've had a good day. The sun's been shining again today. I've had lots of IT problems today, so I hope you've had a better day with your IT than me. But I'm always ready for a bedtime story. Giraffes can't dance. Gerald was a tall giraffe whose neck was long and slim, but his knees were awful bandy and his legs were rather thin. It's a rhyming book too, and that's always good. Oh, and there's a cat's tail in the background coming to join in. He was very good at standing still and munching shoots off trees, but when he tried to run around, he buckled at the knees. Oh dear. Now, every year in Africa, they hold the jungle dance, where every single animal turns up to skip and prance. And this day, when the day arrived, poor Gerald felt so sad, because when it came to dancing, he was really very bad. The warthog started waltzing, and the rhinos rock and rolled, and the lions danced the tango, which was elegant and bold. The chimps all did a cha-cha with a very Latin feel, and 8 baboons then teamed up for a splendid Scottish reel. Gerald swallowed bravely as he walked towards the floor, but the lions saw him coming, and they soon began to roar. "Hey, look at clumsy Gerald!" The animals all laughed. "Giraffes can't dance, you silly fool." "Oh, Gerald, don't be daft." Gerald simply froze up. He was rooted to the spot. "They're right," he thought. "I'm useless. Oh, I feel like such a clot." So he crept off from the dance floor and he started walking home. He'd never felt so sad before, so sad and so alone. Then he found a little clearing and he looked up at the sky. "The moon can be so beautiful," he whispered with a sigh. "Excuse me," coughed a cricket, who'd seen Gerald earlier on. "But sometimes when you're different, you just need a different song. Listen to the swaying grass and listen to the trees. To me, the sweetest music in those branches in the breeze. So imagine that the lovely moon is playing just for you. Everything makes music if you really want it to." With that, the cricket smiled and picked up his violin. Then Gerald felt his body do the most amazing thing. His hooves had started shuffling, making circles on the ground, and his neck was gently swaying, and his tail was swishing round. He threw his arms out sideways, and he swung them everywhere, and then he did a backward somersault and leapt up to the air. Look at him. Gerald felt so wonderful. His mouth was open wide. I'm dancing. Yes, I'm dancing. I am dancing, Gerald cried. Then one by one, each animal who'd been there at the dance arrived while Gerald boogied on and watched him quite entranced. They shouted, "It's a miracle! We must be in a dream! Gerald's the best dancer that we have ever seen." "How is it that you dance like that? Please, Gerald, tell us how." But Gerald simply twizzled round and finished with a ow. Wow. Then he raised his head and looked up at the moon and stars above. "We all can dance," he said, "when we find music that we love." So there you go. What a super book. That was a really good recommendation from Thomas and Oliver. Thank you for that. It's a really good book, and do you know, there are lots of good ideas in there, things that you can maybe do. You could make up your own dances. You could be thinking about what music you like best to listen to and what music helps you dance the best. You could draw pictures of the animals dancing, or you could try and dance as if you were some of those animals, like the monkeys or the chimpanzee or the giraffe or the elephant. Maybe do that with some people that you live with. You could always try and write some rhyming poems and rhyming stories of your own. There's lots and lots of things to do and lots of ideas inside every book. If you're a little bit older, hope you're still listening to these stories, because you could also be doing a little bit of research into all the different kinds of animals and what they like to eat and where they live and all sorts of different things at different levels. You could be making posters and adverts for the jungle dance and all kinds of things if you use your imagination. Now, that's your bedtime story for tonight, everyone. I hope that you are feeling nice and rested after a busy day, and I hope that you all have a lovely sleep tonight. I'm going to show you this. This is what happened during the story in my house. Come and see if you can see. Look. Is he there? Wait to see if I can get him on camera. Uh-oh, I don't know how to do this. Where is he? There he is. Yeah. He fell asleep during the story. So I hope, just opened his eyes just now, I hope that you all have a peaceful, restful night. And we'll see you again in the morning. Night, everyone.